What's going on, YouTube? I'm back. I'm back and never been better. But yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all up on what's been going on with the cargo van process. I'm gonna also kind of give y'all a little bit of insight on kind of what I've been looking into and some research I've done. But let's get right into it. So where we left off was, I got the van paid off, which is perfect. So I got that. That's paid off. Got a new contract. Dealing with body parts for cars. So I basically do deliveries for a company called KSI Auto Parts, and I deliver like hoods, bumpers, fenders, headlights, taillights to a lot of mainly just body shops. Just Gerber Collision, Caliber Collision, Mako, Hendrick. So I just go to a lot of the body shops and deliver these parts or whatever. So it's a pretty smooth gig. I say the best thing about it is that, like, I normally would probably work like in between I say about 4 to 5 hours a day with that one contract, because I'll normally get to the warehouse I get there right around like 7 o'clock, and probably takes me around like 30 minutes to load my stuff up. I'm normally out of there before 8. But so once I hit the road, right around, let's just say 8 o'clock, hit the road. I'm normally back and done my deliveries by like 12:30, 1 o'clock on average. Now sometimes some days are a little more heavier, but it's like I'd say like 2 to 3 days out the week maybe I'll have a heavier day. But you know I say like it kind of varies. I say about 2 days. Normally I have heavy days, but the rest of the week will be pretty smooth. But yeah, and it's a flat rate, so I'll make the same amount of money every day, regardless of how long it takes me to do the work. So, like I said, when we doing less than 8 hours of work every day, you can't. That's pretty good. And they also do a fuel surcharge, so they'll pay a certain percentage of your fuel. So, and that's even more of a plus. So, but yeah, everything's been going really, really great with those guys. Like I couldn't ask for anything better, to be honest, compared to what I was dealing with at my last contract. Everything's been great with them. Like I said, I'm making more money. The company itself is a lot more organized compared to what I was doing, and it's just more of a team feeling. Like you kind of feel a little bit more of a team, and I kind of like that. You know what I mean? Because that's something that can be missing when it comes to like being an independent contractor, because you are your own boss. So a lot of these contracts are just gonna treat you as such, to where like they're just whatever they need you for. That's what they're going. That's what they need you for, and that's just it. Like there's no like like doesn't go any further than that. So it's kind of like you don't really get a team, a feeling as far as like having a team with most contracts, like and that's just from my prior experience. I don't know about everybody else, but from what I've dealt with, normally they're just kind of like sending you in to get the stuff and sending you right back out. Like there's no like meetings, or there's no like information being given to you to kind of like lead you the right way. It's more like you're just on your own, and you gotta figure your stuff out. Once they give you that initial training or whatever the case may be, you're kind of just on your own. But yeah, like I said, so it's been pretty smooth with that, and my other two contracts are also been pretty smooth. So now that the van's paid off, I've been having to accept as many of my Lowe's contracts, or my Lowe's jobs that they've been sending to me, because those are all like basically on demand. So like they'll send me work like randomly and need deliveries done, and just being that now that the pressure is off of me with paying off the van, like I don't really have to accept all of those. So I mean I still take the ones that are good for me, but I don't accept them all as much. And then my other contract with my QC Lights company, well, not my company, but our contract through, that's still good. Like that's and that's because those jobs are those like I can manage those jobs really well with my KSI contract, which that's my main contract. So I can manage those pretty well with that one because a lot of times, like my hours with the light company, I can kind of like control, like as far as like if let's just say if I'm not available until like 2 o'clock, I can kind of control that a lot better with those guys compared to the Lowe's contract, because the Lowe's one is where there's same day deliveries for customers. So a lot of times they'll have like a deadline on the time frame that they want it done by, and if I'm not in between that time frame, or if I can't make that time frame in time, it's just not gonna work. So, but yeah, so like I said, with the QC Lights company, everything's been going smooth with them. But yeah, so I kind of just want to give y'all an update on like just what's going on, and I also been looking into like my whole plan going into next year. I plan on so I basically plan on using my business credit to get a business loan, and then just get me another, like, either it's gonna be either a van or I'm just gonna get a box truck. I'm still kind of deciding between the two, but I don't know. Like I said, I kind of want to do a box truck, just being that like I feel like with me already having, the cargo van, I want to kind of work in multiple areas to where it's like, well, I got work for the box truck and I have work for the cargo van, and I feel like with me having that set up, like that's over there and this is over here, it makes it a little bit easier on me to find contracts, because I'm not basically using the same vehicle. You know what I mean? To where I think it'll just be a lot easier on me, because if I just had two cargo vans, then it's kind of like, oh well, I'm gonna have to look around a lot harder, I feel like, to make sure that I get the right contract that I want. So I think with the box truck, it'll be easier to find something, being that I don't have one yet, so it'll be a little easier for me to find that. And it's also just two different spaces, to where it's like, the box truck will also make more money. But so that's the plan, to build the business credit up and go ahead and get the business loan for the box truck. And I just want to kind of let you guys know, if anybody hasn't gotten into this yet, like right now it's a pretty decent time to get into it, because like I've seen where like these vans, they're going down, like the price of them have dropped compared to when I got my van. Because like when I got my van, which was in 2022, like my van was right at 30K, and that's not including interest. Like including interest, it was 40K, but so it was 30K, and now I've seen the same, like actually a newer model of my van for like 25K, and probably about 24K, and they're like, they're newer, and they have a little bit less mileage than mine's had when I got it. So I say that's like, if you're getting into it right now is a good time to hop on it while the vans are a little bit lower, because you can go ahead and get that, and you'll make that money back in no time. Like, if you plan on, however you plan on doing it, if you want to cash out on it, that's fine, but you don't really have to. You could just go ahead and finance it, and at that point you can get that money, paid with the van, and it shouldn't really be any issue with it. So I say, like, right now is a real good time to go ahead and look into that, because the vans have gone down from when I started. But yeah, so like I said, that's just something that I just kind of wanted to put y'all on to. Just that, like I said, I've noticed that, and that's only going to help you out when it comes to getting it paid off. Because like I said, now that mine's paid off, like I'm just in a space to where it's like it just feels so good because it's like I'm not stressing about having to pay all this money or pay all that money to monthly to make sure the van's getting paid off, and it makes it a lot easier on me to where now I can save a whole lot more, and I'm just a whole lot less stressed out than I was with that high payment that I was paying for it. And so that's why I said it kind of worked out that I did take the route that I took, because I took a 2.5 year payment plan, or a payment a financing plan or whatever. So with that being done that way, my payments were a lot higher than the average loan that you would get, or financing plan that you would get. So and that's what kind of had me, like it was kind of like I put my back against the wall to make it happen, and it was stressful throughout the whole process, but it was still a good decision to do it that way, because the vans paid off a lot faster, and now I'm in my profit zone to where I'm profiting a whole lot more. So but yeah, like I said, but it's all depends on what you guys or whoever's gonna do it, whatever you think's the best for your situation. But for my situation, that was the best thing for me, because I actually ended up getting that paid off, and I also got my personal vehicle paid off in the same month. So like with the van, I was paying $1,400 a month for that, and my personal vehicle was I was paying like $300 a month for those guys. So that's $1,700 a month right there in my pocket. So I can't complain at all. That's why I say everything's been going good. I think the only thing that I really need to work on is making more of this content. that's the main thing, because I swear it's like, but I am about to invest in a tripod. So I'm gonna get a tripod, and then I'm gonna try to start doing more on the road content, where I'm being a lot more interactive with this, because I don't want I think that's why I slowed down so much, was because I was kind of I'm it's like people get tired of just doing videos at your house. So it's like I just kind of wanted to change the content up, but I couldn't really figure out how to do it and the best way to do it, because it's like when you're on the road, I try to be as focused as possible. I don't want to be having to worry about recording the video right and then get into an accident, or just taking my focus off of the road, and then it's I don't want to have to risk having any problems like that trying to record a video. But I'm gonna try to figure out a way to work around that. Maybe I'll just possibly try to just do whenever I get to my stop, try to do some content when I stop, and then just kind of do it that way. But so yeah, I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it a lot. Like I said, I wish I could just keep posting and keep on doing videos like I was doing it. But like I said, I'm working on it right now. I gotta just get my mind into the right space and kind of figure out exactly how I want to do it, and then from that point on, I'll get on track again. But yeah, so like I said, if you guys are interested, like I always say, contact me at Cargo Van Leo, or comment on the video. Just let me know what questions you have, and I'll be more than happy to assist you with any questions that you have about this whole process. And also share your journey with me if you're if you're in this space, in the same business. I don't know it all, so it's if you guys have any insight for me or anything that I could possibly use that might be helpful, hey, I'm all ears. So but yeah, I just want to kind of give you guys an updated video and let you know that everything's going good. Kind of keep catching y'all up, and like I said, we're gonna try to continue with the content, keep it going, and we're gonna stay focused. But like I said, let me know if you have any questions, comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one.